Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 2 of our Elspeth von Draken Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we're here with Elspeth and the boys to clear the ruined province of Solland of Greenskins. It has fallen long ago. We're here to fix things up. We've got ourselves a witch hunter and a whole heap of lads with gats to do that work. Hopefully our reinforcements can get here and actually lend some Daka because we're going to desperately need it. There is a whole horde of savage boys coming on across with only one set of archers, which means every single one of them has a club and is ready to use it. Let's see if we can't do some damage before they arrive. So the plan is we'll bring all of our heroes kind of forward a little bit more than they currently are, and have them harass this lord as one here. Let's get the battle going. Elspeth, we don't actually want you to fight. I want my pistoliers to go around and try to shoot around the shield. And Elspeth, go ahead and start dropping spear leeches as soon as she can reach. He will start dodging cannonballs, but he's going to have a hard time dodging cannonballs and pistol shots at the same time. And they will stun him ever so slightly whenever he gets hit.
Fire! Fire! Ready!
Come on, pistoliers.
Yes, sir!
Keep yourselves moving. Ooh, another great volley as long as they're not hitting each other in the crossfire. Which it looks like we got a little bit of friendly crossfire going there. One fairly decent. Actually, we need to draw him back towards our line, I realize. That way our units don't have to get as far away from safety and just hurting him in the first place. And now that he's moving towards us, the cannons have an easier time hitting him. 16 seconds before reinforcements show up. We'll drop the one Spirit Leech and have her start falling back. Good damage though. You as well start falling back. You got one good volley. Run there, Elspeth. He's broken but not done. And reinforcements have arrived. How long before ours? 36 seconds still. Keep shooting, lads. You now start falling back to the gulch here, and we'll kind of rotate this group. There's no telling how they'll reform. Alright, that's a lord defeated. Get moving. Stop shooting, you lunatics. We need to draw in next the Savage Orc Boar Boys and deal as much damage to them as we can before the rest of the crew gets here. But now we can go ahead and have everyone back on fire at will, because any shots that land are no longer wasted. And guns, let's get moving. Oh, thank goodness. Not a moment too soon. And then the general in front there. Run. Almost got them caught. They didn't do a good deal of damage. Do these guys have any shields? No shields on the Savage Orc Boar Boys, which means every shot's going to be worth it. And giving them that extra speed means they've got 103, so nothing should be able to catch them unless we're being extremely negligent. Alright, Rockets, let's see if you do most damage to our guys. Oh yeah, you only hit the pistoliers. So we're gonna have the rockets and our two mortars stop firing. We'll leave that up to the cannons. Alright, you can go ahead and follow. No! What's with the Skaven mortar crews here? Listen, boys, whoever fired those, you're fired. We're gonna go find new cannon crews immediately. Or mortar crews. Either or. Good. The more damage we get on them, the more unlikely rather they are to come back. Scroll of Power, Potion of Foolhardiness, and good old Darkwalker. I've got a fair bit of damage on these boar boys, but I see these ones are kind of trying to start working towards us as well, so let's get Fire at Will back on for the rest of the crew. Anything the rockets shoot at from here on, it should actually be worthwhile for us. Finally. We overcast and hit him from here. I'm okay with making a little bit of ground to do so. Bring these guys around as well. And we're gonna need to be quick at retreating them back behind the lines. Ooh, a miscast. Hate to see it. Fall on back there, Elspeth. Cannons deal with the boar boys, and then we'll circle to going after that general as quickly as we can. Pistoliers come wide. They're hiding the boar boys behind the Savage Orcs. It's a very good play. Very good play.
Crank that machine!
everyone different targets.
Moving!
They're sending a couple of Savage Orcs up and around. Let's go ahead and bring these handguns
We
to
are ready! Turn
engage in a different way here.
around!
So they'll bring them up like this.
Take position! Quickly!
The spears can hopefully catch.
Ready for war! Understood!
Ready for war.
We serve the Emperor!
Alright, Pistoliers, keep on moving. Looks like one of the units is out of ammo. Let's go ahead and charge these orcs.
Our weapons
Have the ability to break them now. Cannons, go ahead and fire on this Lord here. You as well.
Sigma's heirs!
Another Spear Leech. I do not plan on overcasting it even a little bit. I ran them down. Let's keep on moving. Guns are starting to fire, which love to see it.
Master craftsman!
Master Craftsman. Yeah, they are soaring up and around a little bit there. Grenade launchers are doing some work. Let's go ahead and fall away, because there's really no reason to sit there and keep fighting. You get stabbed right in the back. But give these guys the extra shield. Start firing here. Oh, the Pistoliers got caught, did they? Well, unfortunate. I'm not really sure how that even happened. Lukio getting chopped to bits. Go ahead and catch these Savage Orcs here. You go ahead and move back. Your leech to make sure he is uber dead. Grenade launchers start firing this way.
Awaits you! Handgunners!
Perfect work, boys.
Fire! Ready!
Save the unit on the hill. They definitely are going to need all the help they can get.
Yes, sir!
Let's try to range those shots right here instead of doing anything foolish.
Great cannon!
Rockets.
Through to cannon!
The graveyard.
We will need to buff these lads up a little bit, cause some terror for those orcs. Ah, we lost a good deal of our Pistoliers. Go ahead and bring this group back around, that way we're not losing them for no reason as well.
Missiles will fly!
Handgunners.
Handgunners, let's go ahead and not be foolish. Let's come up and around, because it looks like these spearmen are starting to really falter. Try to bring them back a bit.
Now! Handgunners! Finisher!
Not going to be easy, though. These Pistoliers came back. Go ahead and withdraw from there, lads. I don't want you continuing to fight. The orcs are just going to get smacked.
Firearm! Bring them down!
Rocket's actually doing a fair job there, not doing any friendly fire damage. Cannons, let's stop moving.
Moving out, sir!
And
Seeking
instead,
enemy!
try to defeat...
Fire!
Who's set to stay here? I guess it's these guys that are fleeing. Now we got them. Alright, let's bring the grenade launcher around to this set of Savage Orcs. The guys in the hill, they're really the only ones that are having any kind of struggles.
Yes, sir!
Handguns come up and around.
Mortar! Pick your target!
Come on, mortars. Pistoliers draw them on a merry chase.
Yes, General! Sigma calls!
Grenade launcher gets friendly fire damage. They're not good at arcing it over. They shoot it right to the back. So now we're a little bit wounded for the next set of orcs we're going to be fighting, but hopefully we've got enough replenishment that it's not going to matter. Lovely. You guys fall back a bit. Those spearmen took a lot of damage, but they held the line for Sigmar. And we respect each and every one of them for it.
Arena!
Mortars, pick your new targets, and I'll catch you all in a moment.
Fire! Great cannon! Master!
Alright, a drop kick for Shifty, and Vicious has about half of his force left. We got 300 schematics from the fighting. Who gains the golden sword here, boys? Surprisingly, it's almost the Free Company Militia did fantastic. Even better, well, than one. Basically, one of the Free Company Militia did a little bit better than our Ironsides, which was very impressive. Very impressive indeed. We shall go ahead and take the replenishment praise Sigmar after surviving a hard-fought battle. See the surviving men take the time to praise Sigmar, the God King, for their
A
victory.
moment of prayer.
Moment of prayer. Shifty was slain, and now we have the Fort Saul and Steingart to worry about. Which I think we should probably go after Steingart first, and then circle to go after Fort Saul, because the Greenskins are unlikely to lose this fort while we're in the process of attacking there. And Horseman's Speculum. Small magical mirror has the ability to destroy the enemy if only they will look into its cracked surface. Oh yeah, so very good activated ability there. On a 90-second cooldown. Glittering Scales. Oh, it now gives you 4 armor, 5 defense, and then the Glittering Scales passive. I think it always has. And that might be, I think, I could have swore it used to only give the passive, but I'm going to be seeing things where they're not, probably more often than not, now that we know that there's ancillary changes coming.
Elspeth
Ancillary
von
and
Draken.
item changes. Oh, he's just barely out of range.
Master Engineer.
Vicious, you lucky lad. We're going to have Elspeth go into an
Death
ambush.
shall come without warning.
She'll likely fail. We'll have Lucas
Wherever my
drop
craft
off
is
these 2
needed.
handguns. And then go
I need a list
drop
of our
into
supplies
Wildorf.
and munitions. Compelled by good sense.
Compelled by good sense. I think we'll go ahead and give you Inspiring Presence for that trickle of experience. And then I'm thinking the Speculum is going to go for Elspeth.
Amethyst
I'm not
Mage.
a fan of the Potion of Foolhardiness. Pretty much on anyone. 40% more charge bonus is great if you're rocking with like a knight or something. Or once Elspeth has her Carmine Dragon, but not until she only gets 5 more charge bonus. It's a dragon. Alright then. What should we go for next? Probably just our good old pistol core. Increase the missile strength for all of our missile, cavalry, and chariot units. Mighty Forge is ward save for steam tanks. We'd love to see that. And then Imperial Gunnery is for all of those artillery pieces. We are going to want to make sure our pistol core is nice and scary first off.
Lady of
Seven,
Shaiish.
I'm going to give you nothing. Remember, we're saving until you have Master of the Ballistics. It's going to be hard to remember that one. Luther Wolf. We shall give you Scavenge as we like that post-battle loot. Alright, I guess we can give you Luther. The Potion of Foolhardiness, you're the most likely to charge into battle. Everyone else should be staying well back. Go ahead and bring the Bone Picker over here, that way Elspeth has even more room. Lovely.
Amethyst Guardian.
Amethyst Guardian. And since we are in 5.3, I would love to get down close enough to actually get access to some Ogre mercenaries. The Ogre Maneater pistols, I think, will be fantastic to add to our gunpowder squad here. Lucas, while you're here, do you get any good units? No. So what we'll do is we'll come on into Nuln, and we shall activate one of our Gardens of Moor. As part of her arcane learning, Elspeth spends time roaming between her black towers situated within the Gardens of Moor. Her magical storehouse travels with her, imbued with the ancient magic of Falsric to transport her forces and coveted artifacts. Friendly or neutral Empire-owned settlements known to Elspeth can be selected here to construct up to 5 Gardens of Moor. Once constructed, Elspeth and her army can instantly travel to selected Gardens of Moor via the Fast Travel button. The Gardens of Moor also offer powerful buildings viewed in the Province Overview panel via the button onto the right of the building icons. You select any existing gardens for the option to deconstruct and make space for gardens or you can select one at any time to deconstruct it and build another one somewhere else. Yeah, teleport and build. We're going to come on into Nuln, and we'll build up our first garden here, allowing us to teleport back to our capital at any time in case it is under threat. Indeed, with a lovely bit of art. Elspeth has long-standing alliances with the Cult of Moor. With each new gardens, she erects a new tower that she might call home. We need to now use the gardens to travel to gain 3,000 gold. We will when we need to, so it'll be a good, nice bump into our economy. Wissenberg. I'm actually going to ignore the stonecutter first, and we're going to go for the growth building. One of the things you're lacking here in this initial province.
The Empire stands on the bodies.
Here
of the
in the
dead.
tower, of course, you have the Black Tower, where Elspeth frequently divides her time between her towers, studying her darkest magics in silent seclusion. You can fast travel here, have immunity to diplomatic penalties from trespassing against this region's owner, but only in this region. If you trespass in any of the other settlement or territories there, I think you still take that penalty. You're also able to replenish in a territory in this region, and the adjacent one as well. It does this against the region owner, so you might just get them in general. We'll have to test that out here. Whenever she is present, the Gardens of Moor fast travel cost is reduced by 50%. Which means if you're sitting in one of your towers, it's easier to travel between tower to tower. So it's not just a one-way thing. Last thing what we have here provides us 2 extra halberdiers as a garrison. So Nuln is looking quite nice. We then have 3 building options. We have the Amethyst College. You get access to a couple more Amethyst Wizards, 2 more capacity for Battle Wizards. Let's see here. Also, extra Winds of Magic Power Reserve and Power Reserve for armies in that area. So we get 20 extra build-up. Amethyst College is very good for building up Winds of Magic in a hurry. We've also got the Temple of Mor, giving us access to the Knights of Mor Elector Count State Troop. Less mercenary replenishment time for said State Count Troop, or Count State Troop. And then less corruption and Vigor Loss reduction when fighting against the undead factions for all of our armies. Really good one to get. It'll also give you a little bit more Garrison Halberdiers, Archers, and the Knights of Mor. Lastly, we have the Militia of Mor, where not even death could stop the dedicated warriors of Mor from defending the lands they call home. Giving us less upkeep for everyone in local and adjacent regions, less global recruitment duration, and then more global recruitment capacity faction-wide, extra garrison, and then the recruitment availability for Halberdiers, Handgunners, Empire Knights, Knights of the Black Rose, and Mortars. It was a very good building for your military. In fact, it's one we might go ahead and snag now, actually. We don't need the corruption drop here. This will be a good one to gain, perhaps over in Workbad or some of these others that are being taken over by Sylvania. We are going to need to move fast because they're making some progress here. And then we'll also have to deal with Drycha quite soon. If she can stay focused on something that's not the Empire, that would be just glorious. Likely not going to happen, but it would be just glorious.
Burdened with brilliance.
Burdened with brilliance. So here in the Garden of Nuln, I think we're going to go ahead and grab the Militia of Mor. And later on, we might swap that over to the Amethyst College once I have a couple other gardens built up and we can actually get another Militia of Mor somewhere else. Unassigned as feudal points, or only Kevin. And we'll go ahead and give that Luckstone over to Elspeth as well. She is the squishiest of our squad.
Every device has its secrets. I must
She's not, I'm just saying she is so she gets the item. And Lucas.
Pioneer of progress.
I think we'll wait. This is going to be a little bit too expensive. So we can even go into March and come back into Wissenberg.
Victory
And grab those units here next turn in there.
magic.
Grotslick is highly unlikely to come into Fyldorf, but if he does, then they're trapped in the settlement. But we're not going to be doing any replenishment then. We'll see. That might pay off in a bad way. Coming on down to our gunnery school, though, I think it's time to grab a little bit more explosion radius for our mortars.
All the better to defend the Empire.
And now we've got the experimental explosive. This compound of highly volatile powder ignites with the slightest jostle. Perfectly suitable for the battlefield if you can get it there unexploded. We've got that experimental explosive magical missile. We're just chucking a grenade at the enemies. More explosive missile damage for all units in the army, and explosive radius for all units in the army too. And that does work with the explosive bullets from your handguns too once you get that upgrade. That's 1500 treasury, and now we've unlocked those tier 1 upgrades. So now we're into the tier 2 upgrades for the gunnery school. And all of our armies are going to have a little bit of recruitment cost reduction for all gunnery units. For our tier 2 challenges, we need to kill 1500 enemies in battle with gunnery school units. That'll give us 250 schematics. We need to build up the foundry, a tier 3 cannon building, for 1500 treasury. We're already well on our way there. And then perform 5 gunnery school upgrades from here, and that is going to give us more treasury as well. For rewards, we gain the enhanced scope ancillary, the amethyst armory tab, iron sides, and outriders for those amethyst armory units, and then the Juna bombard. So I cannot wait till we get into there. It'll also give us the 3rd and final tier for our upgrades here in this gunnery school too. Our next upgrade is definitely going to be for our missile troops. We don't have any Hellstorm rocket batteries yet, and just giving us a single more rocket for the only one Hellstorm rocket battery we have is just not enough of an upgrade to make it warrant it being worth it.
An immaculate execution.
An immaculate execution. Averlin would like a non-aggression pact. We're going to need to get another Garden of Mor up before too long anyway. That way we can actually travel through the other Empire provinces without having any issues with trespassing.
Friends of the Empire, come.
I consider you an ally in these dark times. Same to you, good sir. Solland is going to allow us to travel on through. Perfect. We're going to need that to help out with Drycha and Sylvania. We're going to want to stomp down Sylvania first, though. The undead is much harder to get out of a territory than the tree people, just because they spread out a lot more. Alright, that works out just fine for me. Fishes come raiding on in. We'll just smash them down with a quick auto-resolve. So, Lucas, you come on back to gain some experience, too.
Sigmar guides us.
And we'll just crunch this army. Getting rid of the Skull Takers, and oh, come on now, don't flee. We've got a good scrap for you.
By your stupidity.
You better watch yourself. The Scythe descends.
More will welcome you.
We lost only 70, which is completely acceptable. Thank goodness the settlement garrison came on in as well. We'll go ahead and take the extra experience.
Strip the battlefield.
Our enemies didn't have any missile troops or gunnery units that were worth stealing their schematics of, so we didn't. Responsible for grooming, wardrobe, and presentation of their charges, a valet is indispensable for the style-conscious noble. Elspeth very much is. Ooh, the Frostfire Gem. When brought into contact with this jewel, weapons ignite with ice-cold blue flames that burn anything they touch. I'd love to hear that, and now Kevin has himself a barded warhorse. So he is a proper skirmish cavalry support unit now. Frostfire Gem is our first of our unique ancillaries. Let's get the experimental explosive added on into Kevin. And then for our next fight, he will have... He'll be given the blue fire gem. Alright, one more point before we get into the Master of Ballistics.
The graveyard
Luther in his fancy hat will go ahead and give you acquisition for a nice hex for the enemy. Drops resistance by 20%, missile resistance by 20%, melee defense by 24, and armor by 30. Very good for hunting down single entity lords or heroes, or even the likes of your crypt horrors or stuff like that. So Lucas.
Imperial Scholar.
Imperial Scholar. I'm gonna have you be our blue line for now. They have so many skills. Endless Tinkerer for research rate, and local and global recruitment duration -1 for all your artillery. And eventually he gets a steam tank, which, yes please. Franzer Division incoming. So we'll go ahead and just grab Iron Disciplinarian to help out with control in the area as we work on down towards his blue line's finish here. Indeed. Up to Elspeth.
Wielder of the Pale Scythe.
Your Unsettling Radiance comes in at rank 12. We'll probably start saving skill points at rank 10. Let's go on back in here and grab Pistol Core. Hers are fantastic. She first gains more or less healing cap for enemy armies in the region, so is a direct counter to the undead or Nurgle. Tell me, dying one, are you afraid? I can assure you, you should be. We've got Blessed by Shaiish for good old... I think I've actually already went through these, but we'll do it again. I get Blessed by Shaiish for Winds of Magic cost reduction for Lore of Death spells and more Winds of Magic for her army. Advisor to Nuln is going to drop the recruitment cost for all of our gunnery units for all armies. Hero capacity for engineers, and then a less upkeep for gunnery units in this army. Dark Lady is going to be a cooldown reduction to Dark Walker, as well as the Living Darkness passive. So she herself is going to gain a little bit more physical resistance, and then also negate magical weapons within her effect area. So she basically loses all of the downsides you would normally have due to having just physical resistance, which is awesome. If she was in an army of undead, if you could somehow find a way to ally with Kimmler, which we'll see if we can do, we can bring in the ghost units and then have them surround her in battle, which would be pretty terrifying. We've got the Graveyard Rose. She'll have more replenishment rate for her army, less wound recovery time for herself, as well as regeneration, which gives you a passive heal, but a weakness to fire damage. And then lastly, she has Magistrix of the Amethyst Order, giving her a -6 cost for the Purple Sun of Xeris, and -9 cost for the upgraded version, so she should be dropping Purple Suns left and right. Should be glorious.
I must keep my weakness for arcane trinkets in check.
You must indeed. I guess before we do set off for our attack on the Greenskins, we can have Lucas hang out here in Fildorf, and Elspeth
For Verena and Nuln.
and retrofit her armies. Ooh, the Knights of the Black Rose, I would love to have. They're incredibly expensive. They would be so useful. Well, think about it. What we are going to do, and I should have done this in a little bit of a different way.
Work to do.
I will have Lucas go on up and grab the units we're not going to want.
So
from Elspeth's army.
many ideas.
That way we're not just wasting those units entirely, all their veterancy. So we'll go ahead and grab 2 of these swordsmen, and we'll leave in 1 and the 2 spears.
Uncovering the arcane.
Uncovering the arcane. And I'm actually going to go ahead and, well, you know what? We don't really need any swordsmen at all, do we?
My invention.
Well, you guys were great.
The Empire.
We're going to go ahead and free up your...
Who serves the
Your
Dark
upkeep.
Lady of Nome?
And we will replace them with a unit of Free Company Militia. I think we do want some Knights of the Black Rose. Even if it's just 1 unit now. So Free Company Militia, Knights of the Black Rose, and then we've got 4 handguns. I'd like to have 5 total. While the Rifle Outriders would be great because they do a lot of damage. They're good at sniping Lords and Heroes. They can't fire while moving, which is what we're really using those Pistoliers for. We'll be stuck here for
Dark
2
Lady
turns,
of
but that's
Nome.
entirely fine.
Amethyst Guardian.
Having 1 unit of Knights of the Black Rose will turn the tide against a lot of the greenskin fights. No more engineers, but how long till we get another... We build another garden at any point? No, we gotta wait 4 turns? Okay. Such is the way. You've nearly got enough schematics for the Gunnery Infantry Artisan Firearm Shot. Soon.
My strategies are.
I have torn myself from my studies for this.
Dark Norn would like a military access pact. Listen, Dowie, I like you, but you're not long for the world, so I can't go for any more treaties with you. We'll keep trading, and I would help you if I could, but we have the Empire to heal first. Hold the line, brothers. The longer you hold the line, the better it'll go for us, although that looks like the end for Karg Norn. I didn't say it was. Oh, our supply wagon, huh? Supply wagon technology has been researched. An army can only march as far as its supplies will last. Wagons loaded with goods allow for larger forces. Quite right. 4 turns before we can grab the upgrade to a gnome, which is fine.
Amethyst Mage.
And Elspeth, you're gonna sit here for a turn.
For the
We're gonna have a
Empire.
Lucas.
If you want
So it's
it
gonna be how
done
much
right.
for the Knights of the Black Rose once they're in? Fair enough.
Pioneer of progress.
Well, Lucas, I don't really want you to go
Make
anywhere else. You're staying in
ourselves
camp.
secure.
And we can have you grab... I see no reason not to have some more handgunners ready to fight. We could also have him being a Outrider squad. We'll give him 1 unit of Outriders, and that'll be a kind of a fast-moving reinforcement army. And then we'll grab the Advisor to Gnome. More schematics gain post-battle by 15% for all armies. Experience gain for all spellcasters. We got some really good ones here, including the Engineers Guild, which we may actually want before. Wow, that's great. We'll go Advisor to Gnome first. We got our
Drathjar
unique
must envy our invention.
research out of the way.
Rider
Let's
of the
Drathjar
Dragon
must
Encarn.
envy our inventions. Almost. Alright, we'll end the turn and we'll come on down here to clap whatever's in Steingart. And that's the end for Karg Norn. They lasted about as long as they usually do. 8 turns tends to be just as long as you get. The usual location is popped up in Filedorf. What have we here? Oh, good, a Slaneshi vineyard. The cult of the exquisite cadaver. From a distance, the vineyard looks immaculate. Its grapevines perfectly kept, almost as if sculpted into the hillside. It's almost hard to resist paying such a place a visit. Yeah, I'm sure the negative things are going to happen here aren't going to be fun at all. Slanesh corruption's going to start ticking on upwards too. Not great.
Wielder of the Pale Scythe. The Graveyard Rose.
Luther will go ahead and allow you to have better corruption cleansing.
For Verena and Null.
We're going to have Elspeth come on down.
The Carrion Crows follow.
They do indeed. Lucas, you come on down to Plyldorf.
I want a report on our defenses.
Just a bunch of gobos. Still can be dangerous in enough numbers. As long as they don't have a wall, we're completely safe. Iron Mine here, and we'll go for yet another set of fields for more growth. And let's go ahead and declare war on these clowns.
Peace and get out.
Stinking humans.
Sod that.
Sod that. But to find out what purple bullets feel like. Spoiler alert, it's not fun.
As fate requires. Doing what must
45%
be done.
ambush chance is not fantastic, but hopefully it's enough to catch good old Slick unawares. His little Greenskin pea brain should just go fight, 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 and come straight towards us.
Long for the tranquility of
Elspeth would like
Greetings
non-aggression.
on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings you here with a sheathed blade?
Gold. Very well. Argwylan. It would also be a good idea whenever Durthu has another enemy, immediately declare war on them. So it's not us. He likes that we're fighting the Court of the Night, Black Venom, and the Skull Takers, though. So it means we're on to good. I'm sorry, Karakiran's fighting Averland? Averland, what are you guys doing? Getting thrown in the Book of Grudges, that's what. I will need to move through your territory either way.
Friend.
No matter how foolish you are, we still need to move through
Like
your
you.
lands.
and carmine dragons are wreathed in the winds of Shaiish.
Still rank 7. Soon, my friend, soon.
My family has...
Oh, the Fools of Black Venom failed to spot our ambush. How lovely. Go ahead and give that Frostfire gem here to our engineer, who has the most range. So he'll be 135 range of Frost Fire attacks, speed minus 30%, and a weakness to fire damage plus 20%. So, Hellstorm rocket batteries don't do fire damage? I don't think any of our army does fire damage yet. Well, soon I guess they'll be useful, but for now the Frostfire gem is just cool. Black Venom, prepare to die. Alright. I'm sorry, they're right next to the extraction? How lucky is that? Okay, that means we need to have Elspeth and the... You guys got to deploy all the way up front here next to where you can leave. I don't know if we'll be able to get really any of these guys. We'll still try our best. Artillery, I'm going to go ahead and put you up on the hill here. Operation Blast down the entire time. Let's go ahead and have Hellstorm rocket batteries here, and then the cannons up front. We're going to go after these, I guess the hero, or the Lord. Let's go Spear Squad, defending our artillery. And then I'm going to go checkerboard
The Empire endures.
with these units. Standing in front, but also kind of in a concave formation. So let's grab all the handguns, pull them back,
What do you
but also kind of out wide on the flanks.
Free company!
We do want to stop them from leaving if we can. I'm going to go Ironsides on this angle. Knights of the Black Rose to defend them. We'll do... Accuse them.
Spectre of Shaiish.
You need to be up front, and we'll have you, Lucas, for our engineer. Yeah, then our engineer on this side. Alright, Pistoliers. You two are going to be on no spiders in our backline duty. The Knights of the Black Rose, which are our new unit, which we'll go ahead and take a look at. Look amazing. I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler. Looky at Moore's Chosen. Deuce Moore. Which might end up being the name of this episode here. Well, they got the actual black roses of Moore on their shields, so these are actually the color that the roses that Elspeth has should be. They should be fully black. Like the normal knight. plumes as well, but I really like the skull helms. Fantastic unit they are. They're much more of a defensive,
Where's the death of Nalm?
what am I thinking? Defensive cavalry than your normal. So they charge in, they kind of stay there, and they fight for a while. Add them all in together. We'll go artillery in their own group, and then our cav. Alright, let's give the orders on proper targets here. So I'm actually going to have them try to blast away at the spiders in the back line first. Delete this lord. Yeah, I mean, here they come. Hit him with the speculum. Artillery just annihilate this whole group here. Give them the business. Throw the boom booms in here. We'll have you accuse this general. Drop the spirit leech to accuse them further. Made it through with that first group there. Let's have these guys just burn fire. Get them, artillery. Knights of More, let's move in and deal with these forest goblins. Keep sniping him. Go ahead and take a watch. A bit of an actual. Those guardians charge in. Now they're caught between a rock and a very hard place. Give them another volley, lads. Free company pistols. They tried to escape.
Mage of
Another
death.
spear leech down on this clown. Pistol Cav, you come round. Cannons. Locate Grotz, look and deal with him. Go ahead and pull these Knights of More out because they've pushed very deep in enemy territory. So we use this attack on these spears to pull them away.
Engineer.
You need to snipe the Great Shaman.
Elspeth von Draken. Doom take thee.
Gotta keep falling back along with them. Taking pistol everyone on their way out. What a fantastic victory here. In fact, we'll just take a quick listen to all the gunpowder.
They are using dark forces against the enemy. Sorcery.
Oh, how beautiful. I'll catch you all back at the campaign map. Alright, after a bit of target practice, he should feast well this day. I should have lots of death added to the wins there. Collected all into her scythe, of course. Didn't gain that many schematics in the battle, sadly. Lots of our kills were actually from post-battle, just running them down with the Knights of Black Rose, who almost gained 400 kills. Same thing, though, coming out of the Pistoliers. Very good at running down things after the fight, especially with all that extra speed and a Strider. We'll go ahead and take the extra experience.
The gunnery school needs thee.
That's 1,500 enemies slain in battle with gunnery school units already, so 250 more schematics. Broken Nose is gone. We've got a camp follower to drop wound recovery time. And we need to recruit 30 new units. And we'll gain a steel standard for 20% more speed. Probably a very good one for us to give to Elspeth if we don't get a
von
Wayfarer one before then.
Rider of the Dragon Incarnate.
Go ahead and grab that pistol core upgrade here, which will be
This
boosting our
belongs in my
missile troops to
archives.
18 for the likes of your free company militia, 20 to our hand cannon or hand guns, 39 for our Null Ironsides.
Tranquility of the gardens.
Evan, though, will give the Master of Ballistics, which for the area around him as a passive augment, he will be boosting accuracy and reload skill by 15 and 10. As long as they are artillery or a war machine, though. All-terrain vehicle for all of our big war machines and Strider for chariots. Really good one. We'll go ahead and give the upgrade to missile strength for the whole army and then restock for the ability to recharge that ammunition.
The Graveyard Rose.
And for you there, Luther, we'll go ahead and grab another point into scavenge for more post-battle loot.
Master Engineer.
Lucas, the unneeded from that previous battle. We'll go ahead and give you another point into Iron Disciplinarian to help out with control here. One more turn before we can upgrade Nuln, so let's take the farm and turn back up to the next tier.
Amethyst.
Elspeth and
Magistrate.
Lucas move on out and start taking out the rest of this trash.
Pioneer of progress.
Lucas, you come on into
Wherever
here.
my craft is
Elspeth, you
needed.
smash the guzzler. He's about to be the Shaiish guzzler. That's the end here.
Side beckons.
Resolve makes us lose a 50 in the fighting. Unfortunate, but it is very well spread out. We're just going to continue to go for more experience.
Those in Moor's embrace have
Execute
no need
all of
their
the orcs.
possessions.
Orcs Bane for both of them, and we continue on our way. Before we do, though, the secondary upgrade for the Great Cannons gives them 25% more strength. Snipe is not that useful. Restock is, though. But it's going to cost 600. Let's go ahead and grab the Gunnery Infantry
Such
upgrade
boundless
first. And
skill.
also the Hellblaster,
I
not the
am
Hellblaster Polygun, the
impressed.
Hellstorm Rocket Battery. And that gives us 2 upgrades instead of just 1. 1 more rocket. How much more damage are we getting? 502. Shooting a total of 4 shots per volley. Or I guess before it was only 3. Interesting.
For Noun's ends.
Alright, well, Lucas, you and Elspeth continue moving together.
Inspiration beckons.
And we'll go ahead and clap
Bring
Steingart.
darkness.
I don't mind a Rog coming in as reinforcements. We'll just finish them off as a quick and simple auto-resolve
I
here.
protect the Empire.
Sorry, orcs.
Either side of the grave. Raise our standards.
Either side of the
here.
grave. Alright, now we've got the Death Jacks, good old Archer ROR, and the Sigmar's part of any battle and the embodiment of Sigmar's will. Or, no, that's absolutely right. As they heroically engage the foe. We get a Scribe for Elspeth as well, so we can move further. And a Solland has been purified.
Amethyst mage.
Ooh, double Weaving House. Not great for growth, but great for income. I will go ahead and just grab in also good old Council of the Burgomeisters.
Lady of Shaiish.
Controlling both of the provinces, having everyone here is helping out with our Slanesh corruption too.
Wielder of the Pale Scythe.
Lucas, my friend, we'll go ahead and give you the Potion of Speed and the Biting Blade instead of what you had previously. You can also go ahead and have the Camp Follower, just in case you get wounded.
Dark Lady of
Elspeth, we are right up to rank 10. Let's go ahead and save our skills. And we can immediately grab the Advisor to Null and get a few more Engineers, and drop our upkeep for our gun units. Anything else here was just a plus.
Join me, for the pillars of the world tremble.
Fair enough.
Work to do.
Lucas, we're going to send you
A
back
brisk
into
pace.
March Stance
I need a list
to
of our
Valdorf.
supplies and munitions.
Supplies and the munitions.
So many ideas.
And we will upgrade Nolan here next turn. Sweet. What else are we needing here for Tier 2? Build up the Foundry, which we're on our way towards, like I said, and then 3 more gun school upgrades. Fair enough. I think we'll probably get a preemptive upgrade into the Hellblaster volley guns just to kind of speed us along here into Tier 3 faster. We'll see. Skip on through all the buildings that could be upgraded. We get another Garden of Moor anytime soon? 1 more turn. And likely we're going to go ahead and put it... We need to make sure we put it in a place that isn't going to just get immediately drop-kicked by whatever army comes through there. So if Talabheim or Wolfenburg is actually pretty well defended, we can actually make it stronger with that garden.
Bring me lore and lost wisdom, and I shall treat with you well.
Got any lore for us, Helmet? No, he has military access, which is way more boring than lore, but we will take the trade. If the Emperor bids, then it is so. Good order should be at the heart of any regime. And we now need to raid the Bone Rattlers or the Fecundites. We have been asked by potential allies to sabotage the enemy's war efforts by raiding their supplies. A grim task, but if completed, it will increase our chances of bringing them entirely under our rule. That's quite true.
Do not wait for
Thankfully,
the
Elspeth can move a
Death
very long
takes
ways.
the laggard.
We'll stop here, go into an ambush.
The corn does not see its reaper.
The corn does
For the
not see its
Empire.
reaper.
As the Empire demands.
That's right, Greenskins. You're no longer mushrooms, you are but corn.
Pioneer of
Let's
progress.
move over here to Wissenberg then.
Imperial Scholar.
And we'll grab one
I
more unit of
choose
these
only
Outriders.
the best.
Only the best.
Amethyst
And for
Guardian.
you there, Kevin, let's go ahead and snag a point into triangulation. Keep buffing up our army itself. So we are up to 22 damage on the lowest rank handgunners. The higher rank one's 24. 45 on the known iron sides. Pretty hefty 22 on our free company militia. And as you can see here, good damage on everything else. All coming together nicely. The Pistoliers. Way more dangerous than you'd expect. Alright, we'll give it one more in turn here, and we'll go ahead and set up for the battle at Fort Sol. I present a bill. It will need paying, not a coin more or less. He does indeed present a bill. 100 coins. Alright, Dawi. We shall join you.
In the borderland of life.
Alright, win 10 battles with any single hero. We're already at 9, so one more will give us some treasury and an armor of fortune, which is a pretty good item. 5 armor and 5% ward save and physical resistance. We now move in on Fort Sol. I quite like the idea of having Iron Breakers and a Thunder Barge defending our lines. Yeah, well, this is going to be a pretty easy battle for us, but it'll be fun to blast these fort to bits with all of our artillery. That we shall do in the next episode. Thank you all so much for stopping by part 2 of our Wissenland and Nuln campaign. If you will enjoy the video, remember to leave a like for like God and a sub for the sub throne. I'll see you on the next one.